Yeah.
Go ahead. Oh, there you go.
All right, guys. We're running behind, so we're speeding it up right now.
In crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb & Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb & Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
Is that Trent? Disclaimer, not financial advice. We're not liable for any personal financial decisions or smoking problems, guys. So don't go out there and smoke a pack of cigarettes and come on the show, because it's just a terrible thing to do. Welcome into another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. We are your hosts. You got Trinity over here, T-Square right here. I mean, what more can you guys want? It's a dynamic duo. You got the best of both worlds. You got the Cardano and the XRP, with the XRP taking the lead. I mean, it's the best possible scenario because everybody loves XRP more than Cardano. That's why it has a bigger market cap and it's faster and a smaller supply. And I don't know, Trent, what else does it have?
Decentralization.
Decentralization. There you go, guys. If you believe in Cardano being decentralized, smash that golden like button. If you believe in XRP being decentralized, also smash that like button. Yeah, guys, that's what we're talking about. Just smash it like that. Here we go. We got
Amelia. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
We got the subscribe. It's Labor Day holiday weekend, guys. We're gonna be slammed. I'm just kidding. It's probably gonna be a yoga day. Please hit the subscribe bell. You'll find it over here on this corner or this corner, but over there on Kick. They and Rumble, they like us so much that we just grow naturally. We don't have to ask over there. That's why we always harass you guys like 3 or 4 times throughout the show. The number one way you can subscribe, it's on my head. The number way you guys can bless the show is subscribe and hit the like. That's right, guys. Super simple. It just takes a little time out of the day to do it. And it is blessings to us. So we're going to speak blessings over you. Team Hedera. That's right, Hal. We got going, guys. I just want to let you know I've topped it up today with some more coffee and cream. I used to do it dark, but it gave me a heartburn. So just coffee and cream. What we got over here? And Trent, what do you have?
Well, I am bringing, before I crack it, I just want to say, Amelia, she says sponsor ? Not exactly. You know, there are 2 main affiliate partners, and although there is definitely potential for some sponsored content, we've done pretty well with BYDFi specifically from an affiliate standpoint, and we think those are just 2 pretty cool videos to open the stream with, and sort of reminds the audience of like the 2 primary affiliate avenues that we have to add value to the community and for the community to add value to us. So that's all.
I think Caleb & Brown, one of the reasons why we partnered up with them is I think they're probably the safest place to store or have somebody else store your crypto. I mean, that's just
right.
me. I think they're the best. Better than Coinbase. You don't see them offshoring this stuff to sketchy areas to get their data sold by third world marketers. But
yeah,
hey, I like Caleb and Brown, man. I support them. I got their back. I always will. Always have. And Bitfi, man, over there on Alex, man, he treats me like royalty. He hasn't even met me, and he's already bought me a gold toilet and floss and glasses. I don't know what he was trying to get from me, but he bought something.
T sounds like he's at the International Space Station, Jason.
Is that good? Am I coming clear? Hello, McFly.
Today I'm bringing an invisible enigma from Monkish Brewing, coming in at 8.6% ABV.
They're
This
really
double
funny.
dry hop, double hazy IPA.
They missed the lazy way of doing that, Trent. If it was me making an invisible enigma, I would have made that right font all the way around the can, and I've just a little bit of left it red. I wouldn't have put anything on it because it's invisible, and put like in the name, the joke. That's me, a flat earth. They're always coming up with funny jokes. Hey, look at that, Trent, man. What you said you were gonna mail me a box. I keep expecting it at my door with like a can and some merch.
I am going to. I am. But there's our poor as opposed to the rich. Guys, this one is really good. I give it like an 8.4. Tons of like unripened mango, peach, tangerine, and then you've got a good thick mouthfeel with a smooth finish on the back end. A real hoppy finish, but a good finish. So there we go.
Hey, Trent, if we can get the likes up to 12, which is to the subscribe, which is 2 more, I will drink my entire cup of coffee right now. One go. Whoop. Do it all at once.
Yes. So, let's jump into the news.
I said 12 people watching. I was like, oh, goodness, we didn't get there yet. Jump into the news, guys. Jumping into the news. Well, first thing we're going to check out is bubbles, because why not? I like the bubbles. Bubbles again. I have to add my screen. I was like, where do I share my screen? I can't figure it out, dude. When I first did this, I had to close it out and reopen it every single time. Well, that was horrendous. And I realized you could do it the same. Send your guy the box to you. Both can drink at the same time. Looks good. Absolutely. What are we talking about, Muffin? Love. What is love? Oh, I'm on the screen. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. So on the day, guys, World Liberty Finance is down 16%. Didn't I tell you guys? I said, dude, this thing is going to drop like a flat sack of hack when it came out. I said, dude, it's going to be fine. It's going to recover. It's going to do good. But I was like, dude, I would keep my distance. And then, boom, it comes out and drops, guys. So there you go, man. I knew this was going to happen. Now I'll be looking at this on accumulation range. But I think it's going to probably go a little lower. We'll have to get into the charts to really see it. What is this meme core? Does anybody know what this is? A $1.5 billion market cap? Anybody?
I don't know.
I see it all around. I have no idea what it is. It's not listed on like anywhere.
We got those 12 likes in though.
No, we did not. You did that yourself.
No, I didn't. I really didn't. I really didn't.
Are you sure? How many did you?
Yes.
How many did you put in there?
I know I didn't put any.
Man, that's so dumb. Okay, I'm a man of my word. I'll drink it all. It's okay. You know, it's almost a full cup, guys. I mean, this is not like those little dinky ones. I mean, look at the golden fist. It's like, it's bigger than the golden hand in comparison. All right. Do it at your own risk. Oh, that's really cold. Cold brew. Brain freeze! That's so cool. I don't know how trading works. I did it. It's cold. No brain freeze, though. I stopped getting those when I was a kid. And sweet. Ugh. So nobody knows what meme corn is. Meme corn. Meme
Meme
corn.
corn.
Nobody knows what this is, so we're just going to ignore it. Bonk's down a good amount, guys. I was actually looking at it for the month. It is a good time to accumulate bonk. I do think so, compared to other things like Floki down 14%, Pengu down 14%. SPX might be down pretty good, but I don't really like the project, so I wouldn't stay away. Pepe, it just doesn't want to go down. Pepe, I'm sorry, I wouldn't buy it right now because it just won't go down. But we're still only down 12%, so I think bonk's one of the winners here. We can jump into the weekly. Whew, that's cold. Pedal and Arrow, the most down for the week. And yeah, I think that's it. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, news. Ethereum shut down to. That was there yesterday. I don't care about that. That's a liar. We don't read liars.
If you have just a WLFI article, that would be good because my weekly roll-up is going to cover a lot of stuff.
I just want to. Wow, you guys, you got us at 12, and then nobody liked me chugging it, so it stopped at 12. I thought you might get a few more. Well,
as a matter of fact, I think it scared off the viewer.
Yeah. Is this what you're going to cover in your weekly roll-up?
No, that's what I was saying you should cover because my weekly roll-up is going to cover a lot of stuff.
Okay, I'll do it then. Trump family's Will Liberty stake surges to $5 billion after token unlock. The entity tied to the U.S. President Donald Trump's family now holds about $5 billion worth of Will Liberty Financial Government's token, WillFi, after a significant unlock on Monday. According to Will Liberty Financial website, DT Marks DeFi LLC and certain family members of the Trump held 22.5 billion WillFi tokens. The company reported unlocking 24.6 billion WillFi tokens on Monday as a part of scheduled move to establish initial circulating supply, briefly boosting the price to 40 cents before it fell to about 21. At the time of publication, Will Liberty previously said the holdings of its founders, including Trump and 3 sons, Donald Trump Jr., Barron Trump, and Eric Trump, would initially remain locked. However, Monday unlocking effectively gave the Trump family stake valuation of about $5 billion based on WillFi price at the time of publication. Trump and his sons endorsed the crypto company following its September 2024 launch amid his presidential campaign. The project is one of many, along with his meme coin official Trump and the family-tied Bitcoin mining company, under the criticism from lawmakers saying that they could be used to influence the U.S. government's policies through financial ties to the president. Crypto funds see 2.5 billion inflows despite falling BTC price. It's really funny, guys, that they're going after the Trump family for using the presidency to gain value when everybody in Congress on both sides does it. You know, I'm just saying, and I think the Congress side's a little bit more like this than it is the president side, because he may be gaining some money. I don't know, but he was a billionaire beforehand. Not everybody in Congress goes in as a thousandaire. It comes out half a billionaire. I just wanted to point out a little skepticism in this whole thing. I'm not saying what they're doing is right. I'm just saying the water's muddy on both sides, and they have to eventually be able to separate this stuff. Trump WillFi derivatives near 1 billion open interest ahead of unlock. Open interest contracts of the Trump family side Will Liberty Financial token near 1 billion, just hours of partial token unlock. Open interest derivative contracts of Will Liberty Financial token neared 950 million in early trading Monday before cooling to 887 million, still at 45% in the past 24 hours, according to CoinGlass. With trading volume, WillFi derivatives have jumped over 535% in the past day to 4.4 billion, and it's the 5th most traded crypto derivative in the past 24 hours. The crypto token trading around 34 cents on most exchanges, down from a peak of 40 cents a week ago. Well, it's really down now. Open interest, the number of active outstanding contracts not yet settled, and shows the WillFi is seeing strong interest ahead of unlock, around 5% of the token supply due to few hours. it will be really interesting, guys, to find out the token unlock rates. I would be interested in that. If you're interested in that, Chad, would you like to take over your weekly roll up?
Sure. Guys, so weekly roll up from Caleb and Brown. Guys,
Chad,
oh yeah, go ahead.
you need to read it in a British accent.
No, I can't do that.
Well, read it in the Bowser accent.
No. What I should do is read it in an Australian accent because that's where Caleb and Brown is located.
Give us your best Australian one.
I can't.
I'll do it if you do it.
No.
Good day, mate. Put another ship on the bar, man. I can't do Australian. Australian, mate.
So, although last night I did watch like a video about the top 10 venomous the top 10 venomous snakes in the world, and they're all in Australia.
Do they have the top 10 venomous spiders?
Probably. Anyways, guys, this weekly roll up covers literally everything you need to know going into the week for crypto. And obviously it can't cover something that is going to break literally tomorrow morning or whatever, but guys, to get a good overview of what you need to know for the week, like this is comprehensive. It has everything you need. And if you want to get this weekly roll up in your inbox every week for free, all you need to do is sign up and create an account with Caleb and Brown with our link in the description. You don't have to deposit. You don't have to swap on the platform or do anything. All you have to do is create an account and you get this sent to your inbox. You also get to talk one-on-one with a personal dedicated crypto broker for free. So if you are new to crypto, this is one of the most valuable things about Caleb and Brown is the fact that you get that personal access to your broker to talk strategy, to learn how to DCA, to learn fundamentals, and to talk portfolio. So there you go. Let's see here. Weekly roll-up. Market highlights. Crypto liquidations reach $500 million US as markets sold off on a strong PCE reading. The Trump-linked World Liberty Financial token began trading on September 1st. Trump media announced plan to establish a $6.4 billion US Kronos treasury. Fundstrat's Tom Lee predicts that ETH is poised for a rally to $5,000, and Pantera Capital is planning to raise $1.25 billion to establish a Solana treasury firm. Market overview. U.S. stock indexes ended the week down, weighted by tech. Dell fell nearly 9% on high AI server costs, while NVIDIA dropped 3.3% after its quarter 2 earnings on August 27th, showed no H2O chip sales to China. Despite tech lagging, U.S. core PCE for July came in at 2.9%, and Q2 GDP beat forecasts at 3.3%, signaling economic strength and raising doubts about a September 17th Fed cut. However, doubts from some people. The Fed Watch tool is showing an 89% odds of a rate cut, okay? This week brings U.S. JOLTS job openings, unemployment claims, and July non-farm payrolls. Investors also await August ISM manufacturing Wednesday and services PMI Friday. So, guys, those are some big dates to watch. If I don't see them give a better breakdown in here, I'll show you Muffhead's post in the Discord. Okay, S&P 500 down 0.1%, Dow Jones down, NASDAQ down. Many crypto sectors saw minor losses as crypto tokens sold off to end the week, with some giving back gains from earlier in the week, including their recent pullbacks. Kronos, biggest gainer of the week. Shout out to the Crow fam and shout out to T-Square.
And John 316.
And John 316. Kronos up 68.7% for the week, reaching a 3-year high after Trump Media and Technology Group announced plans to establish a $6.4 billion crypto treasury with Kronos. US $1 billion treasury with $1 billion, which will be allotted to Crow in partnership with Crypto.com and Yorkville Acquisition. This development aims to integrate Crow into its platforms, Truth Social and Truth Plus. The announcement led to a 26% gain for Crow within 24 hours, while TMTG stock declined by 2% on the day of announcement. Biggest loser, Lido DAO. There you go. In terms of market sector performance, exchange tokens, but that is because of Crypto.com, okay? Exchange tokens were up for the week, 4.8%, and then file storage coins were up 2.3% for the week, with everything else in deep red. Bitcoin opened the week at $113,478, dropped to $107,369 on August 31st after a strong PCE reading. Now, they linked this article about PCE, so I'm going to jump over really quickly. And okay, nothing there. Okay. After a strong PCE reading raised inflation concerns and possible Fed rate cut delays, total crypto liquidations hit $5 million on August 29th. Bitcoin dominance rose to 58.8% before dipping to 57.8% on August 31st. Bitcoin investment saw $748 million in inflows this week. Okay, Metaplanet. In Bitcoin buying news, Metaplanet bought some Bitcoin, Kindly MD bought some Bitcoin, and Sequans Communications, a French chipmaker, bought some Bitcoin. Ethereum opened the week at $4,779 and declined to a low of $4,209 on September 1st as concerns grow that U.S. inflation may be too high to cut rates in September. Ethereum dominance declined to a low of 14% as price retraced throughout the week. Ethereum-focused funds saw $1.4 billion in inflow last week. As Bitcoin sold off during a strong PCE reading on Friday, a Bitcoin whale swapped $216 million worth of Bitcoin for Ethereum, indicating that smart money is getting positioned further upward Ethereum momentum. Fundstrat's Tom Lee predicts that Ethereum has reached a temporary bottom and is poised for a rally that will surpass $5,000. He anticipates that ETH will not fall below $4,000 in the near term, citing technical analysis from Fundstrat's Mark Newton. So, hey, there you have it. If you want to talk, yeah.
I just want to shout out to Diego. Welcome in, Diego. Shout out to Sandy. Welcome in. And BP, welcome, guys. Thank you so much. Should I buy Will Liberty Financial completely new? And I know it drops tomorrow. I'm trying to actually drop today, Diego. Sandy, Grover. What about Zebeg? We can totally get into Zebeg. That's a very common one we like to talk about on the channel. And then I just want to say, my says Will Liberty's experimental asset. I would definitely with the Will Liberty. I would definitely wait for it to find its sea legs before figuring out where to get in. You could be catching a bottom. It could also drop another 50% tomorrow. It's not worth the risk yet. I think it's going to do great in the long run. I would give it at least a week. At least a week. Unless you want DCA in and throw like 10% in now and 10% in a week or 10% in 3 or 4 days. You could probably do that too in DCA in, but I definitely give it a little bit of time to mature, a little more than 12 hours. Okay, sorry for interrupting, Trent. I just want to shout out to some new people we saw.
You're good. And Sandeep, we will cover Zebek in the chart segment. So BPF says great news for Ethereum. Thank you. Yes, sir. Even though I did just notice I had hopped off of, my screen was on that other article while I was reading from the weekly roll up. So that is unfortunate, but you guys get the point. The point is, if you want to copy trade Tom Lee, then put your stop loss below $4,000 for Ethereum, not financial advice. And Ethereum buying news: Bitmine Immersion Technologies and SharpLink Gaming bots in Bitcoin. Altcoins: Numeraire gained 68.7%. Following JP Morgan Asset Management's announcement of a $500 million investment to expand Numeraire's hedge fund capacity. Okay, computing gains. Pith Network grew by 46.2% on the news of the U.S. Department of Commerce selecting the network to deliver GDP data on chain. RLC grew by 22.9%. The trust layer for DePIN and AI gained on a cryptic X post referring to a secret September mission. Okay, so that's some X hype nonsense. It may not be nonsense, but you just can't bet the farm on that sort of thing. Crypto ETF news. Yes, you know what? We have not covered this on the channel yet, even though it happened several days ago. Several new applications were filed this week. 21 shares filed with the US SEC to launch an SEI ETF with potential staking yield. Rex Shares and Osprey Fund submitted a joint application to list a BNB staking ETF. Bitwise filed to launch a Chainlink ETF with in-kind creations and redemptions. Grayscale filed to convert its Avalanche Trust into an ETF. Digital asset investment products saw $2.4 billion US dollars of inflows this week. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is now considering over 90 applications for crypto exchange traded funds. Industry experts anticipate that many of these funds will be approved before the end of the year. Guys, October is when all of the early filings come due, and they can't delay them anymore. They have to approve them or deny them. And when you're looking at an SEC that is bullish on crypto, selected by Trump, the new chair anyways, and, has Hester Pierce on the committee, and they are launching Project Crypto and touring 50 cities in the United States, meeting with industry leaders, guys, it's telling us that we're seeing some altcoin ETF approvals in October for sure. Canary Capital filed for the first Trump meme coin spot ETF, and the company also filed for an American-made crypto ETF earlier this week, which would track crypto projects made in the U.S. Other crypto news: WLFi, we covered that. Solana focused treasury firm, got you, we covered that. CWD, a publicly traded Arizona-based real estate asset manager, became the first firm to establish a Chainlink corporate treasury. So that's pretty good. The CFTC is enhancing its market surveillance capabilities by integrating NASDAQ's market surveillance platform. The collaboration aims to monitor digital assets and prediction markets more effectively, enabling the CFTC to detect and prevent illicit activities. Tron, I don't care anything about Tron. Okay, there we go.
Question.
Roll up. Yes, sir.
I was just thinking about this today, and I don't think I actually understood it yet in my head. Like, I didn't connect the dots. So Tether it comes out from Tron, right? That's why Tron has such high volumes, because it's all the Tether.
You said what now? Sorry, I was reading Muffhead's comment.
So Tron, aren't they the creators of Tether?
Are they the creators of Tether? I didn't think so.
Well, I think they have something to do with creating stable coins and Tether, and that's why the volume is actually as high as it is.
Well, yes, because they're like the cheapest transaction chain for native Tether. That's why.
But Tether is a layer 1 on top of Ethereum. That's why it's a
Yes.
ERC20.
Yes.
So, but Tron and Ethereum are both layer 1s.
Yes, but native Tether is interoperable. You know, Tron is EVM compatible, Ethereum virtual machine compatible. So native Tether, without having to sort of mint on a new chain, like say if you went to Solana or Sweet,
So they're using EVM and they just converting it real quick.
Yeah, and they're the cheapest, you know, the cheapest transaction chain out there that is using Tether like that. So yeah, and there's just there's a lot of Tether volume on the chain. Why is that? Because of some, I don't think it's because of any better tech or better fundamentals. I tend to think it's because there's more illicit scam activity happening on the chain, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
Muffhead says, with our luck, Trump will step down and JD Vance will nuke the SEC before October. Well, I really hope that doesn't happen. And you know, I can't plan my investing strategies off of the worst case scenario.
You know,
I can't plan it off of the best case scenario either.
I was cracking up because I was watching George today, and he was all like, "There's talking about the tariffs," and they're like, "Well, now the appeals got Trump lost the appeals." I'm like, "Well, it's still not a bipartisan judge, so obviously, so they have to go to the Supreme Court, right?" And he was sitting there like, if the Supreme Court said that, which they wouldn't, but the tariffs were to get banned, would that be bullish for the market? He's like, I think it would. That's what brought the markets down. How would the markets take that news?
Yeah, man.
Every time Trump talks about market dumps, so you buy your shorts now. You know, speaking of that, are you done with your segment, Weekly Will-Up?
Yeah, I'm done. Hey, but DCA and Prey, I saw you in the BitBoys chat this week. I was gonna say hi. So
yeah. Hey, I wanted to share this video real quick.
Oh yeah.
I was cracking. I'm still humorous. At least I found it humorous. This is that the Trump video at the Garden, how he's like, they fired the landscapers. Did you see that, Trent?
No.
Trump says, I used at the White House the most beautiful marble stone available anywhere. Surfaces are very important to me as a builder. As everyone knows, I built many great buildings and other things over the years at the White House. I'm very proud of the beautiful stonework we did in the Rose Garden, in this case using limestone. Plus, the Rose Garden is complete and far more beautiful than anyone ever had in mind when it was conceived of decades ago. 3 days ago, while admiring the stonework, I happened to notice a huge gash in the limestone that extended more than 25 yards long. It was deep, nasty. I started yelling, "Who did this? And I want to find out now." That's how Trump sounds. And I didn't say this in a nice manner. It means, who the F did this? I don't even know effing now. I wondered, was it vandalism or was it stupidity? Lo and behold, because of the fact we've installed the finest security equipment anywhere, they brought back the stupid people with their boss watching in the sunglasses. It was a subcontractor that was installing heavy landscaping on a steel cart that was broken and tilting badly, with it rubbing hard against the soft, beautiful stone. I love and respect great workers and contractors, but something like this one should never happen. Now I'll replace this stone, charge the contractor, and never let the contractor work at the White House again. But how great is the video equipment? We caught them cold. Make America great again.
Don't charge the contractor, though. Come on.
Yeah, charge that guy, bro. You brought a broken jack absolutely charge him. If somebody came to my house, they busted up my walkway, I'm like, yeah, you're paying for that, dude.
Yeah, but you're gonna ruin that guy.
Yeah,
Like-
you know what? You just let the video speak for itself. Here they come. It's tilting right here. You guys can't tell. It gets really bad. It gets really bad right here. Look.
Oh. Oh
It
no.
goes into the hole because it's tilting. Look, it's still dragging. And now watch this. Here's the boss. Here comes the boss. He comes right here. Watch it. There's the boss. That's the boss. He like comes over. He's like looking at it. And he's like, nothing to see here. Just deep below the air. Yep, we're good. Just deep below the air. No. Just below the air. Oh my goodness.
Man.
That's too funny though. You know, that's why Trump, he had all his buildings are A-class too, because people don't know that he wants the best. He doesn't want lazy, bad working equipment. He wants the best prime equipment.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, for subcontracting, you go there with a broken jack. Like, really?
Yeah.
At the White House? That's like almost like Lizinski going without a freaking suit on. All right, guys, let me get in the chart. I thought that was so funny. Oh, yeah, he's back. He is back, the sunglasses guy. Yeah, I just wanted to point out, guys, on Bitcoin, I was thinking about this today at work. You know how I was really nervous about this red candle we got, and we got the red dot? You know, I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I said, I shouldn't be so bearish. Why should I not be so bearish about this? I was breaking one of my rules when I was thinking about it in my head. I don't know what the heck is this. That's not confirmed.
Right.
That monthly dot is not confirmed. And the first thing that you want to think about when a dot lasts along 30 days, it's going to confirm, right? Well, how can it possibly confirm when we're going to get rate cuts this month?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. That more likely this is going to go and we're going to start this skyward tail running. This dot did confirm. But, you know, this one could be the fake out. We have 12 days. When is the rate cuts? The 15th? The meeting?
Yeah. Yeah, the 17th. 17th.
No, you can totally confirm another red dot right here on a 2-week. Just gets this little break. Boom. And we're off. Okay? Okay. I'm glad we established that. And
Before you get too deep into it, can I show one thing in the Discord?
You want to show? No, you can't show that picture I posted of myself. That is inappropriate.
Guys, if as you're trading or DCAing or doing whatever it is that you do this week, Muff had posted a nice little breakdown of the week in the Discord for us. Tomorrow we have PMI manufacturing data and manufacturing unemployment. Thursday, we have initial jobless claims. And Friday, we have non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate. So all of this is very relevant data for the 17th rate cuts. This week is going to cement what's about to happen, okay? So, yeah.
Well,
very important stuff.
You know what's also important, Trent? Lisa Crooks.
Yeah.
Guys, you know what's really interesting about Lisa Crooks? I'm calling her Crooks, and it's Cook. But you know what's really interesting about that is now they got her on a third fraudulent charge, and Jerome Powell is allowing Lisa Cook into the Fed to vote. Well, if somebody's being investigated, do you let them go to like jury duty?
Yeah.
You know? So what Jerome Powell's actually doing, which may or may not actually come back to bite him in the ass, but he's actually extended himself to be exposed. Most people who are bosses don't lay their neck on the line to back up somebody, you know. And what's really interesting about this one is that it's not like they're assuming, if you were at your house, the federal government gave you papers and said, we think you committed a crime, government doesn't lose, right? they're going to probably get you. So why is Jerome Powell allowing this woman in there? This is pretty interesting. And
Right.
how long if she leaves, if she gets the boot to scoot, they're going to throw somebody in there that's going to get rate cuts. Plain black and white. And we'll probably get more than 25 basis points for the first one if she gets somebody else. If she gets replaced by then, I would expect a 50 point. And I would really be interested in seeing that odds shoot up like this, like that, when that actually happens. And then I would be interested to see if Jerome Powell is in there to stick it out, because they're digging, man. They're digging and looking for anything. Powell ain't leaving. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. We don't really know. I would say that he's probably not, but if I was Powell, I wouldn't allow that woman in the building. I'm like, hey, sorry, you could come back after this blows over. And if you're in the clear, you go home, pay. We'll figure this out. Don't worry about it. We don't need you. Go home. So it's really interesting. We know that they are lying. Well, we know that they're lying, Muffet, about the job reports on the CPI data, like how they take out coffee grinds and eggs and whatever it is to manipulate the numbers. They change everything 6 months down the road to make it look better. That's been part of the game for a long time. What was I saying? So, guys, on the weekly right now, I was saying that we are touching the 21. I mean, that's kind of coincidental, don't you think? We're coming on down. We're at this little local level right here. We're touching the 21. What's to say this VWAP starts curving up and then this ends up being the bottom, or maybe we get one more. We just go just below it just to make people a little worried. The 5-day, we're a little bit below it. We're at this little local level. We haven't really, dude, honestly, I'm not too freakishly freaking out right now. 3 days says we could be rolling over. We have a day and a half left. It's just something we got to live with. I think, maybe short term, but look at the daily. The daily is saying, hey, we just got a green dot. We're pumping. The VWAP's coming up. Strength's coming up. RSI and Stokes, they're oversold, but they're bending. Okay? They're bending the wheel. I took a picture today. I actually didn't realize it for till after I got off. I thought I posted the pictures. I posted my comments and I did a quick little brief on it because I didn't want to go too deep into it, just because I think it was pretty black and white. In my point, I said right here on this candle, I said, I think we'll have a trend reversal. I think we're going to go up to 111 today. Guys, if you're in the Discord, there's probably alpha. There's probably alpha in there, and I think we're on our way to 111. Boom, boom, boom. 3 heads. You tell me that you don't see that? I see that. I think we're pumping. And look at the VWAP. It's screaming more to the upside. And we're touching 21. The Stokes RSI are low. I mean, Trent would tell you that when he's going to go over here, he's going to say the Stokes and RSI couldn't get much lower. The strength is coming. It's going up. Guys, look at swing down. You could technically, if you really want to get really technical on this, you could stretch this sucker out and even say that this could be a double bottom. And then you got the momentum didn't take us below this most side. So we knew the momentum wave was pushing us up. This was the peak. Look at the money flow. It's coming back in. Okay. That's really strong signals. And then I was looking at the 5 hour and I saw this trigger wave and I said, this could, where am I at? No, this one right here. This dot on the 5 hour. I said, dude, I think we're rolling over. I just do. And here we are now, guys. It's pushing to the upside. And the 4 hour.
You know what I see there on Market Cipher B?
Wait, you talking to me?
Yeah, the famous Jason Casper uneven booty cheek pattern.
Yeah, uneven. I totally forgot about that one. Yeah, uneven booty cheek. He loves that pattern, right? So now we have. You totally derailed my train of thought. We got the green dot on the 4 hour. Look at that big pump, guys. I was literally watching this come in while we were talking. Trent was talking because he did 15 minutes on the weekly roll up, and I watched the whole weekly 15-minute candle. I was like, hey, look at that. That was good. I can't wait to talk about this. But that's solid. Look at the VWAP, Stokes RSI strength coming in. Good old bounce off that 21. But now we jumped right up to the 50 on the 4 hour. Yeah, we get to shrink down a little bit more. Look at those. Boom, 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 boom. I told you guys right here. I said, dude, all right, 4 hours. No, I said, I'm losing track of where I said. Was it over here? How many hours ago was that, Trent? On the 1 hour? I said 5 this morning, so it's 13 candles away. So I don't know, maybe it was 5. It's gonna bother me. 10. Yes. I don't remember. I think it was somewhere right in here. I think it was right here. I think. But like I said, dude, I think on the 12-hour, I think we're gonna see 111. I don't see why we're not. Why we're not, man. And look at the white line just went through the 50-day, and the price is touching the 200. It's looking pretty good to me. It just is. We're getting pretty hot right now in the 15-minute, and we're 73.68. There's no reason why we can't continue. Look at that. The 21 just went through the 200 and the 50. All the lines right there. You got the 80, the 100, the 50, the 200. It's like the white line. 21's like this, like that. You ever gone up in the morning and you're like, dude, I gotta pee really bad, and that's what the 20 is doing, man. Like, you gotta get up. And you're like, I gotta go pee.
You just said that Bitcoin has morning wood.
I did not say that. I said the 21's the early bird, man. The early bird's getting up and going. That's just all I was pointing out, guys. It's looking pretty good. But yeah, I don't I don't know why I just said that. Too late. No take backs, guys. I don't know if some of you learned this from me watching me is I talk and then I think afterwards. So you just have to roll with it, man. But yeah, this is the candle I watched. Actually, this is the candle I watched when Trent was talking. I was like, whoop. I was like, ooh, baby, ooh, dog is what I like to see, man. Okay, Trent, you want to cover Ethereum, or you want me to cover ETH?
I can cover it.
Okay, Trent. I hit the wrong button.
And then afterwards, I'll let you take chat requests. Let me see here. Stop. Okay, so really quickly, I want to show a couple things on Bitcoin because honestly, guys, I need to repent of my sins. Oh wait, where am I at?
Yeah, wait, hold on. I take it back.
Yeah. I need to repent of my sins, particularly the sin of being so bearish on yesterday's show. Although, like, honestly, I was kind of concerned, and I was just being honest and calling it how I saw it at the moment. Or not really calling it, but just being honest about what I was seeing and thinking at the moment. So, let's see here. What we have here on Bitcoin for the monthly chart, I was concerned about these tweezer tops, and I'm going to be honest, I'm still concerned about that. I didn't stop being concerned about that. However, we have this, it was not a bearish engulfing candle, and there's nothing to say that we can't end up with a cluster of wicks to the upside, some of which go very high.
I'm not knocking on heaven's door, and then they shoot.
Yeah, there's nothing to say that can't happen. Even with this little pump that we're seeing right now, we're seeing the monthly candle turn green, and we could see like a green, red, green candle pattern. And yes, we did get this bearish divergence on the stochastics, but if you come back and look at the 2-week, I believe it was, we had a bearish divergence on the stochastic right here, and look what happened. Price and the Stoke line kind of defied this. It kept moving up. So I do believe that we could be in for sort of a multi-month defying of that somewhat bearish signal on the monthly. Okay, how I'm interpreting this is that the monthly is telling you that the top is close, not that the top is in. Okay, so. And, if we come down to the weekly, we know that the top is not in because, look, we have the stochastics are so low right now on the weekly. They're near zero. and we have this this green box that I drew up here is the range that defines our support resistance flip. So we came and we broke through this support resistance flip right here, where previous resistance was flipped into support. So when you break out from previous resistance, you should expect to come back and test that previous zone of resistance and now confirm it as support. So guys, that's exactly what we've done so far. We've dipped back into that zone, and as of the current moment, we've peaked back above that zone. So we have not lost that zone yet. Until we do, we can reasonably expect this previous resistance to become new support.
Just like an excellent comment for you to hit, Trent.
Oh yeah. Let's go ADA and XRP. How retarded am I? Not at all, man. Not at all, guys. Okay, look at both of our hats. You know, like honestly, Cardano is my highest conviction coin, and now that I've rebalanced my portfolio, it's my largest holding. For a minute, XRP became my largest holding because it's pumped more. And guys, I am also a member of the XRP army. I don't have my croc on me, but it says XRP on it. Normally, I just slap it on the screen for you.
Yeah. I mean, another thing too, LT, is that, dude, I had 100%. I don't recommend. I had 100% of my portfolio in XRP when I was at 50 cents, and I was proud of that. And I was talking to some other people that were influencers in this area, and they called me an idiot. And they told me that I should diversify. And so I did. And guess what happened to the coins I diversified that they told me into? They stole my money. They stole my money, man. I diversified and got pretty much dumped on.
Yeah.
So you buy things that you believe in.
Right.
And you hold those with your conviction.
Yeah. LT, Cardano, look, Bitcoin DeFi. That's all you need to know. And look, I'm not head in the clouds. I am not suggesting that all of the Bitcoin maxis out there that refuse to use anything other than Bitcoin. I am not saying that I'm not saying that they are about to go put all of their Bitcoin into Cardano wallets. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're going to use all of their Bitcoin on MinSwap or on Indigo Protocol. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that no one else, no other chain is positioned for Bitcoin DeFi like Cardano. And if even just a sliver of Bitcoin liquidity can flow into Cardano, guys, Cardano now has exposure to use a $2 trillion asset as liquidity. So you just have to keep that in mind. Never mind the midnight launch, guys. Just for different reasons. Yeah.
Real quick, I was gonna pull this up, and just somebody shared it today, and this is Cardano's chart. And cough, we're not gonna mention who it is, but look, he said, why am I bullish on Cardano? You're telling me this is where you want it, this is where you feel dumb, dude. This is where the smart people buy, bro. You're a genius,
right?
You're a freaking genius,
right?
What's the blowhorn? Is it the blowhorn pattern? What am I thinking of, Trent? What's that pattern?
A bullish megaphone pattern.
Yeah, dude. Don't you worry, man. Don't you worry. Buy what you want.
That's showing up on a lot of charts right now, by the way. Yeah. So the other big thing here is midnight, LT. Midnight. It is not a coincidence that this is launching. That the end of the period to claim your midnight is landing in October, right when I believe the market should be going into peak euphoria. So, guys, this is not done indiscriminately. It's not done for no reason.
Yeah.
So, guys, interoperability, Bitcoin DeFi, decentralization, community governance, no one does it like Cardano. So there you go.
Sorry,
let's see
Ken,
here.
I thought it was
Oh, yeah.
important to talk to LT. LT, I see that you subbed to the channel, bro. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, man. Just doing that, that's the number one way you can support the channel. So I just want to say I appreciate you and I appreciate your questions and being in the chat.
Calvin says Trent is right. Crypto is general. Crypto in general is at a tipping point. It'll be interesting to see what happens over the next few weeks. Absolutely. By the way, LT, if you just jumped in, I want you to know what you're getting into. When you sub to this channel, you're not subbing to the biggest or necessarily even the best or the brightest crypto community on YouTube, but you are subbing to the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube, since we enjoy some craft beer every night on the stream. So sometimes you may get some drunken TA, but that's I would argue that's some of the best TA. Crypto Lifer would hate me saying that. Anyway, yeah. So look, you have this support.
Go like this.
Why do his lines look so? It's like, sir, can you walk in a straight line? It's like, sir, can you?
I can't even draw in a straight line.
Yeah. To be fair, it's hard to draw in a straight line on TradingView.
Yeah, it is.
Anyways, we have this support resistance flip, and then now we go down to the daily, and look, we have this falling wedge pattern here that we're coming down to the point of control on Bitcoin at $105,000, and I just see us breaking out of this point. I really do. And if we take the measured move, then this gives us our gains back to a new all-time high. So I don't know, guys. I am not. There are some concerning things that I think are telling us that a macro top is close. But look, we have, at the end of the day, we have a series of rate cuts, and we have.
What was that thing you showed up?
Approval flowing in October. Anything can happen.
What was that thing you pulled up the other day that showed all the top of the bull markets and not a single one was crossed off? Where would you find it? Can you pull that up again?
Yeah.
Are you able to?
Yeah. Share this tab instead. And this is just one version. I had someone showed a better version on a tweet, but this is just CoinMarketCap's version. You have 30 different indicators here that have historically marked the Bitcoin top, and not one of them have flashed.
Not a single one.
The most important of these, in my opinion, are the Pi Cycle Top Indicator, the Puel Multiple, the Bitcoin Rainbow Chart, and there was one more really, really, really big one, in my opinion. The new pool. Where's the new pool at? I don't see it on here.
I don't know.
Puel Multiple. The new pool. Anyways, if it's not on here, that's one more. Add it to the list. So there we go. And then you have some of the big ones, up here on the top, showing you. Look at the rainbow. Like, look at how it hasn't even touched into the yellow yet. That's really, really wild, in my opinion. Yeah. I tend to think that it's gonna peak in the yellow.
Dude, I know, but now the more I've been thinking about the cycle. If we do hit an extended cycle trend, let's say we get rate cuts for the next 6 months, I think we'll totally hit 200K. I think it's totally on the table. I'm in the ballpark of 140 to 180. But dude, more I'm watching it, more higher highs I do see on the horizon.
Yeah, if we look, no matter what, I think we're getting a quarter four top. And look, if do not you follow the rainbow. Look, we're no matter what, we're getting a quarter four top. I think the question in my mind is, does it become a local top, and then we pump again in quarter one 2026? That would be crazy. And that's the part that we don't know yet until we know. And everybody can go tell you that they know, but we don't know. The truth is we don't know.
Yeah.
What I know is that the Bitcoin monthly chart is telling me that a top is close in Q4. but the verdict remains whether it's a top or the top. And then I'll just briefly Ethereum on the daily chart. Let's see here. We've held this important green zone here beautifully. And why is it important? Well, it's important because look at how little time Ethereum has ever spent above that green line. I come here to the weekly chart. Ethereum has spent this time over here, if you include the wick all the way to the left. You know, Ethereum has spent literally one wick and some section of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then if you include that other wick, Ethereum has spent some section of 14 weekly candles above this green line, and most of them are wicks. I mean, we almost have more candle body volume. I mean, let's just see here. Right now we have one significant candle, 2, 3. I would say in 2021, you had 3 significant candle bodies above this green line. And over here, we already have 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, this fourth one is waiting to confirm. But guys, do you see the power of that? Do you see the significance of that? Ethereum has to build volume at these levels before it continues higher. It just has to.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I just want to shout out to our 433 subscriber, guys. 433, I missed you, man. I got LT. I saw I didn't see you. You snuck it in there, man. Shout out to you if you're still here. Trent, I was gonna pull up this too with the data.
Mm-hmm.
So August closed, that's down 6.5% from July. Now, what's really interesting about this number is it's the second best red day we've ever had. We got 8%, 11%, 13%. This is the 1 year it beat us 4.5%, 9%, 7%, 18%, down 17%. This August is one of the worst months down we ever have. Ever. And we survived it, guys. And we're still above 100K. And,
yeah.
And Crow made a new all-time high.
Yeah.
What's that say? And Jeff pointed out earlier, we've never had back-to-back months red. Actually, no, wait. Back to months green, right? Is it green? Because red's right there.
August.
Yeah. Sorry, I did that backwards. We've never had back to months green, red. What's the likelihood now we're going to get a green September? I'm telling you, I think this is a fake out on the monthly. I'm starting to think that with the rate cuts. And boom, rate cut, dude. We're going to get set up for one of the most epic bull runs ever.
Yeah.
I think it's going to start in September. It started last year in September. It was 8%, 10%, 40%. You know, and then the year before prior, you had 4%, 30%, and 10%. Hey, it's kind of like those kind of switched roles a little bit. And then 2021, it was a good August, bad September, great. Oh, this is 2022. Great October. Wait, when am I at? 2021? Oh, okay, I wasn't 2021. What was the other one, Trent? 2017? 2017, we had a good August, bad September, and then we just skyrocketed in the last few months of the year. Guys, this is the parabolic part, man. We're getting to the good times, okay? So don't get your boots shaken. Don't get your boots shaken out.
Yeah.
We're taking calls for you guys wanting to do some TA on it. You know, I can run over ETH, but I know we had Zebek in there earlier, and I wanted to hit that up. If that's okay with you, Trent?
Yeah.
Guys, check out the Zebek chart. Isn't that looking pretty? You guys, you see
how about you do, before you go into it, how about you do the bid buy segment?
I'm already am, Trent. You don't see what I'm seeing. Just give me a second.
Oh, got you.
I was leading into Zebek, but then I was going to do this. Guys, my favorite segment. Trent was already reading my mind. He lost faith in me. He didn't realize the coffee's kicking in. I'm on all boards right now. Guys, it's my favorite segment. Why is my favorite segment? Because it's the second best way you can support the channel. And I'm not going to lie, I really do like helping you guys go through TA. You know, it's not financial advice, but I can look at the charts and I can tell you what I see and give you a different perspective. And you can take that in consideration when you enter it. But no VPN, no KYC. Alex is good to us, so we try to be good to Alex. If you ever had some sort of question or problem or something went wrong with your account, we can always hit him up if it's detrimental, just because we want to look out for our community. New users, if you deposit $100, you get a $60 bonus into deposit. What's the word I'm thinking of? $60 bonus. I'm gonna say bonus. Add on in there, guys, to help you land a trade. Then we got intermediate traders. If you deposit $500, you get a $100 bonus. That's 20% increase into your wallet, trading account. That's a total of $600. Now, the advanced traders, $1,000 deposit, you get $200 bonus. And then the skill traders, who've been doing it for a while, they're not afraid to get their toes in the water in the deep section. You can deposit $5,000, you get a $1,000 bonus. And what's cool about that, so that's a total of $6,000. You can actually borrow borrow, right? Well, if you can't afford it, you can move like your ADA over there, get your deposit, and then move it back into where you got it from, and then you have $1,000 to trade around with, because you'll get your bonus in the next. I want to say it's within 24 hours, but maybe it might be like a day if it happens on the weekend or something like that. And you can use that to trade with, guys. And if you sign up using our link, you get 20% savings on your fees. And hey, why not, guys? It helps us out, helps you out, and you get VIP level access in our Discord, which is for life, and we will start charging as soon as we hit 500 subscribers. And guys, we are rocking and rolling. We could be there next week. So you want to head on over there, get yourself set up, get in the Discord, get around other brewskis out there that are looking out for one another, and we'll take it from there, guys. We appreciate everybody, and so thank you.
Yes, sir.
There we go, baby. So we're jumping into Zebek. Wow, look at it go, man. I told John I was bearish, man. I did. I thought we'd be coming down a little farther. I didn't think that would bounce off right here. 15 minutes looking good. That's like almost a wake up golden cross. I don't want to say we're coming down yet. We haven't made a red dot to say we're coming down, so I can say we can keep going, and then we get a little bit more data. Maybe we'll come down and bounce off and continue up, because that looks pretty good to me. We swing into the 1 hour, dude. Look at that VWAP. Oh my stars! Oh my stars! It's weird. We haven't seen John 316 tonight. Wow. I didn't really notice, Trent, how freaking straight, dude, that line is, dude. You could, if you really want to get technical, Trent, you can pull it back from like back here. Look at that.
Yeah.
Dude, this could be going like this. We're going to go, wow. We could be going over there doing that. We could be busting up, dude. I don't even know if that was the same length. It's probably really like that. That is really interesting. And look at that momentum. That's what we want to see, guys. I mean, that wasn't a tight trigger wave that we had back in. That was a total fake out. We just had a head and a head and a head and a head, and we just break up the money flows curving in. The VWAP, dude, that's a fat VWAP. Stokes RSI still low strings coming up.
Real quick, I just wanted to tell you guys, I'm trying to find the page right now, but I just discovered this the other day. With BYDFi, you can, if you have a losing trade, you can fill out a form and actually get reimbursed for your loss up to like a few $100s a month. It has a cap on it, but if you lose a trade, like, you know, you can fill out that form, get reimbursed, and then enter another trade with what you got reimbursed on. I mean,
oh yeah, BitFi's the best, man. I mean, name another place that does that.
yeah. So that's a pretty cool feature. If I, you know, I've never heard of that person.
I haven't heard of that either. Yeah, that's the first one.
Yeah.
I just want to point out this person over here on Twitch, guys. Shout out to this scam account because I've never heard of a creamy book. I don't know if I want to buy viewers from a creamy book. What is this? My 1970s Trump Playboy magazine? I don't know. That's pretty bad, though. Excuse me. Well, you know, we come back over in the 4 hours of back, dude. We have a big boy green dot, big green dot with another green dot. You off smashing up. RSI Stokes are low, so low, and they're just starting to curve up. Strength coming up, dude. This could give so much more. Now, the one thing that's kind of interesting is we did have a lot of strength come in earlier back here with this big green dot, and we had 14 to a 19. We went to the 21. Now, I would say this is crucial because we went from -1 to a 17, and we're touching the 21. Now, back here, we did the same thing. We had that giant break up on the VWAP, but the Stokes on our side weren't low yet. Okay, it took us a little while to get lower. So we're going to watch this. That's the 21. If it breaks out, dude, the sky's the limit, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. You jump into the 12-hour, we have a doji candle. First doji candle we've had, trend reversal. Another double green dot, Stokes RSI, also low strength coming in. Dude, I'm feeling really, really, really good at this. You know, I thought we might come down to this zone. I'm not going to lie. I really did. I was looking at it. I said, dude, we'll have open doors to the downside. They decided to curve over right here. Okay, well, we'll take that. You know, the data has not confirmed yet. We still have 8 hours till it confirms. But, hey, you know, if we get a confirmation, yeah. And, you know, maybe you get in a trade right here. So you didn't quite get the bottom, but then you can run it up another freaking, I don't even know. Is that like 100%? 30, 38 to 49, like 30%, and possibly even break up out of this triangle. Yeah, that's worth it. I think that's worth it. I mean, making money here. We don't have any bullish. I don't see any bullish divergence, but it doesn't look bad. Dude, that 12 hours is so strong. The 2-day hasn't confirmed yet, and the 3-day hasn't confirmed yet. So if it rolls over, guys, it's going to do really well. It's really interesting. The 3-day is super negative right now. So is the 2-day, but we still have time. Okay, this would be a point I'd be interested in entering a trade with a proper stop loss. You might be able to take some wins on it. No other calls for anything. Okay, cool. We're going to swing up to go over Ethereum.
And you know, as you're pulling that up, I want to say one more thing about BYDFi, which is that, you know, when you join our Discord, which is, you know, after we hit 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours, our Discord is going to be, our link is only going to be available in the YouTube members only section. And that'll be $10 a month. So if you get into our Discord right now, you'll be grandfathered in. Once you're in our Discord, you are able to get into the general chat where we, you know, post all kinds of stuff every day. You get engagement from the community. You get engagement from T-Square and myself. You know, Muffhead is in there posting all the dates that you want to pay attention to this week. You know, there's a lot going on here. Okay. And we do need to clean it up a little bit and get, you know, a couple different channels for different things. However, when you deposit at least $100 onto your BYD5 futures account with our link, you come over here and enter your user ID with BYDFi, it gives you access to the VIP channels in our Discord.
Are you able to click on them and do some shows?
Yeah. So it gives you scalp signals.
And these are the top ROI traders off BYDFi.
Yes.
BitFi. And you should click on it to zoom in because it's hard to actually see the numbers on the screen. Oh, there you go. That's so much better. Oh, check it out, guys. And we can literally set this up to anything you want. There's Cardano. Maybe click, zoom in on Cardano one. So look, It says along on Cardano, stop loss at
This
81
was-
cents, take profit at 92, average entry 84.
This was several days ago. You would have got stopped out on that if you held, but you would have been up for a little while on it. So if you moved your stop loss up into break even, which is good practice, then you wouldn't have lost anything on this. You know, you're not going to win everything, but what it gives you here is it tells you long or short. It gives you an entry, a stop loss, and then up to like 6 take profits. So if you're bad at setting stop losses
Or
and
practicing
setting
or learning.
take profits, which is most people, then guys, like just follow the signals. And that's not financial advice. It's just saying develop a discipline in your trading. Because if you're bad at setting stop losses and take profits, there's a problem. That's a skill that you need to learn by repetition. So until you learn that for yourself,
We got a hanger.
just do these. Yeah. You know, so those are scalp signals. We also have swing signals. The latest one that it gave, I'll just show you here on screen. You have ETHFi, which I'm not sure what that is, but what I do know is these VIP channels like that coin. I don't know why, but hey, people are making money off of it, is what it means. You got a position here on Ethereum Classic. You had a position on Fartcoin. Let me go back to one that I really liked at the time. Okay, so here's Tau. Gave this on August 26th and gave a long on Tau with an entry, a stop loss, and 5 different take profit levels. And then down here it showed you one on bands too that it really hit. And then it showed you the closed trade right here on that Tau signal. So yeah, you know, and then my favorite VIP channel is the market analysis. It gives you a lot of support and resistance levels on a lot of stuff. And then yesterday it gave a GRT update on the 4-hour chart, and it gave it an Ethereum update yesterday at 10:35 p.m. So this is only less than 24 hours old. I'll just read it to you. Trading pair, ETH USDT. ETH has broken above the key resistance zone at $4,100 to $4,300 and is now retesting it as support. As long as price holds above this zone, the bullish trend remains intact. Target, 87.95. Stop loss, 3,800. Signal, long the setup with strong risk reward at 1 to 7. So for every $1 you risk on this signal, for every $1 you risk, you're standing to make $7. So invalidation, if Ethereum closes below 3,800, be active and keep watch of this. So guys, it's just a lot of good stuff that you're getting here. So
I'm a big, I like 7x leverage LT. Trent's a degen. He usually hits about the 50 or 100, and he just goes ham on it, dude.
that's not true. I'm a 2 to 4x leverage guy.
Where are we at? You okay if I should go back to?
Although LT, if you really like using 25x leverage that bad, which I don't suggest, I'm just gonna say again, and I don't mean to shill. I won't say anything about it the rest of the stream, but there's nothing stopping you from depositing $5,000 on BYDFi with our link and getting $1,000 bonus for absolutely free. You can withdraw your $5,000 afterward if you want. So it literally is free money to trade with. So there you go.
I'm gonna come back over on Ether. With the weekly, we have an unconfirmed red dot on the weekly. It does look kind of bearish, like we were saying earlier, but hey, never fear, man. The midweek is coming.
Yes, sir.
On the 12-hour, ditto. I mean, but it's just interesting. It broke down before, guys, and it broke back up into the pattern. You know, so we're breaking down. Maybe we'll break back up into the pattern. Got to keep an eye on it. 12 hour, the 6 hour, it has a doji candle for a sign of a trend reversal. It didn't continue so far, saying it could keep going up. And maybe it does make that uneven butt cheek pattern, what Trent was just saying, and we get gone, man. Going. This could be a double bottom, guys. I mean, really didn't break below. We came down to the 200, touched it, wicked at it, came back up. Something really nice to see here, man. Look at the 1 hour, just because Bitcoin has been pumping, dude. Boom, 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 boom. Look at the VWAP, whoosh, whoosh. Everything's coming up. You know, it's funny. I had a friend talk to me today. He goes, man, crypto is really taking a dump. I was like, looked at him. And I was like, dude, you remember like 2 months ago when Ethereum was like $1,600?
Yeah.
It's like, we're at $4,300 right now. What dump are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know, why are people in crypto so short-term memory, man? Like, they just don't remember. I was like, dude, you could have 3x your money 2 months ago. How many other opportunities do you have that anywhere else? I said, dude, we're just fine. We're just fine. Besides Cardano, they only had like $1.80. You know, I mean, they need to get to an all-time high already. Come on, man. Those Cardano folks think that they're all hot slice of cheese. I'm just kidding. Trent has banger tap tools and Cardano highlights. I really think it's interesting hearing the drama with the Cardano Foundation and hearing Charles explain that. You know, I think Charles was playing 3D chess with those guys because he was all like, well, you gave us an option. Either we get rid of the company or we bring some people on, knowing that Cardano is going to become a DAO and those people can be voted off. And all of a sudden the foundation's like, we haven't done anything in a while. You know, we're not very good. I like the cushy job when we didn't have to be worried about not doing anything. And now all of a sudden they're like, Charles is like, you can audit me. You're fine. Go ahead. I'm going to go look at my stuff. I don't have anything. And, you know, and so they did. And he's like, well, you know, you guys are looking not pretty good over there. You know, my Cardano lovers love me to death. they're my squishies. So, you know, there's a lot of Cardano squishies out there, and they all want to hold Charles. So I don't know, man. That foundation looking pretty grim. The Swedish people. I know for sure the governor Tim Scott has a crap ton of ADA in his crypto wallet. Wait, which governor is Tim Scott? Which state is that? What state are you from? My governor is Bob Freakinson. I don't know if you ever heard of Bob Freakinson, but he's freaking. He's calling Beacon.
I heard that name, Tim Scott.
Yeah, swing on over.
Oh, he's a senator. South Carolina.
Hey Siri, who's the governor with Tim Scott's state? South Carolina.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I like that state. So what do we got going on XRP in the 1 hour? Guys, it broke under the triangle and it came back up. We have uneven butt crack cheeks over here. We had the strong VWAP, momentum coming in, Stokes RSI good, strength coming in. Man, maybe that was the bottom, guys. I'm just saying that 1 hour is doing something. We still had a couple other weird 1 hours, but this one could be it this time. You know, 3 times the charm. We have Stokes RSI low, strength coming in. Green dot. Come on, green dot. We can get you to confirm. We got 5 minutes, green dot, till you get to confirm. Tell us we're going to wake up to love. Sweet love tomorrow. Doji candle, trend reversal. The big green dot and the little green dot. VWAP, strength, momentum. Everything's looking good for... Dude, I think tomorrow's going to be a good day, man. And you know why I think tomorrow's going to be a good day? It's because we had a holiday weekend, guys. A 3-day weekend. When all the markets are shut down, now the market's going to be open tomorrow. And people are like, take my money. Oh, that was such a long week. I just wanted to buy everything. You know, so I would expect to see some movement tomorrow. Call me crazy. Come on, Crow fam. Come on, Crow. Now, this is one of the ones that I could see maybe a little bit more coming down. Just a little bit more, just because it was so hot. This is 100% retail trend. It's 100% retail. Like, that's just crazy to me. You know, there's nothing interesting about Crow Trent. I watched Chris Mashinsky today do an AMA. He did it 6 days ago. And I think I'm going to make a video on it for you guys. And I want to take a few pointers out of it too, and point some things out, because he's listening. I was listening to him talk, and he said, he was talking about the World Liberty Financial Partnership with Truth. And he goes, yeah, this is just one of the things that we got coming. Well, that's one. So, he's thinking about other things. Other things are coming. I want to be able to make a few comments on some of the stuff he points out, he hints at. And I think we'll be pretty bullish, man. Pretty bullish. Yeah, dude. I just think this could come down a little bit more. I just think it can. Maybe I'm just saying that because I want it to, too. It does look like it's trying to roll over, though, in the 4 hours. It does look like that. And we're at the main level of resistance right here, this flag right here. This is actually where I took a little bit of profit from down here to up here. I took a little profit. Actually, I was bought way down here, like ish. Took some profit right here. I swung into Stellar Lumens just because I like Stellar Lumens. I believe in them. I think they're both going to do good, but just trying to a little diversify. We come into the 1 hour. I mean, you could say that's a little bit of an uneven butt cheek. Not the traditional, but untraditional uneven butt cheek. A double green dot, mark the bottom. We'll come down to the 200. Bulls went from a -5 to a 14. That's pretty strong for a doji candle for a trend reversal. We'd like to see that play out. Maybe another 10 minutes. I'm going to give it 10 minutes. 10 minutes, we'll get the 15. We'll get the 15 rolling, guys. 15's going to play ball with us. Do we have anybody in here that likes Hedera or Sui that hold either of them?
Yeah, Hal.
Oh, Hal.
I don't know if he's still on, though. He asked for H-bar earlier, but...
Yeah, that's right. I'm a huge H-bar guy. That's another reason why I bought. I am a huge ISO 222 guy, but Cardano. That's my last one I haven't bought yet. But it's on my to-do list, guys. If we could get another good pump out of something else, I will probably swing some of my bag into Crow, because I have a $7 to $12 target for it. Yeah. We jump into the 1 hour on Hedera. It has been pumping. It came down to that 20-cent range. You know something? I actually wanted to cover. I had a friend, Trent. He asked me when it was a good time to buy Hedera, and this is during the dump. Okay, this is, I think, back here, and we actually wicked down to 12.5 cents. And I told him, he asked me back over here if he should buy it, and I said, dude, I think we're coming down to 14 cents is what I told him. Man, I really hope he bought into this wick, because then I feel bad, because then we jumped back up to 17 pretty quickly. He asked me, I said, dude, I think we're coming down to 14. Yeah, it was there for 1 day, and he would have totally nailed that. And then we shot back up, to 19 cents. I was like, I wonder if he caught it. And then we came back down one more time, down to the 14-cent range. So he could have, maybe he did. I like to think he did. We're coming out to this little local resistance right here. Not quite to the 200. We didn't really make a lower low as what it's looking at right now. The money flow is coming down a little bit. The 12 hours about to flip. It's about to roll over, continue going up. That's what we'd like to see, guys. We want to see this come back up in this pattern. I was really bummed. I thought this bull flag was going to play out. Though, before it was a bull flag, I did draw this diamond pattern. I was like, I think it's going to break down. And then I broke down to this bull flag. I was like, I hope it breaks out. And then it came down. I was like, oh, well, shoot. Shoot, man. You can't win them all, guys. Sometimes I always like referencing poker because it's so realistic. I notice a lot of D-gens play poker, and it's probably because I think it's pretty related to crypto, is you can get an ace king in your hand, and you're like, just a hand I'm going all in with. It's so awesome. And then you put it out on the flop, and you're like, okay, guys, let's go. And you're like, you call me with 8-2. He's like, you look at the guy, he goes, yeah, I just want to go home. Like, what the hell, dude? And then you get the flop comes out, and it's like 2, 8, king. And you're like, well, not in the greatest situation now. Thanks to this guy who just got blasphemy, the poker spirit, and now I might be going home. So it's kind of like one of those things, dude. It's like, your hand might look absolutely gorgeous and you want to go all in on it, but it won't happen. Did I ever tell you what happened to me on the cruise, Trent? I was on the cruise playing poker. I had pocket aces, ace. I was like, dude, I'm waiting. I'm gonna get my money here, dude. I bet like really aggressive, like $20, $30, and I had a bunch of callers like, nice. I have like diamond, heart, 2 reds, right? The flop comes out, club, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to push people out because that's a little not friendly to me. So I made another, I think it was like a $50 bet, and the next card comes out was club. I was like, frick, and this guy goes all in. I was like, I have to fold my last $30 because I know I'm losing. And they did have the flush, and I was like, son of a biscuit, man. I was playing with the drunk people. I was gonna take all their money and got shortchanged.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm rambling.
You're good.
Trent made me drink a lot of coffee, and it's. I have to go to the bathroom. Just kidding.
Well, I'm about,
Oh, we are about there, huh?
I'm about winding down, ready to wrap up.
I'll throw you up. Do the Cardano spotlight. Sorry, guys. We needed a lot of charts, not a lot of requests.
Yeah.
And we talk a lot more about the weekly roll up and the Discord and how much we love you guys and we appreciate the community. And
yeah. Well, I think I pretty much covered Cardano spotlight earlier in the.
Wait, you gotta do a little bit more because I pooed on them and then I built you up. So
Yeah. There's not a lot of news out there today. USD1 is the most likely. Share this tab instead. USD1 is now live on Solana, where capital markets.
What is USD1?
It's a stablecoin.
Well, I know, but Crypto.com stablecoin's also called USD1, and so is the Will Liberty Finance coin.
I think it's the same one. It's just cross chain.
No, they're two different.
Oh, okay. Well,
which one is it?
Well, then I don't know. Probably not the one that's on Grow. I don't know.
Well, it says Solana on there, so
right. But is now live on Solana, where capital markets finally move at internet speed. USD1 is a stablecoin redeemable on a one-to-one basis for US dollar, built for speed and control, running on a fast and scalable financial layer for DeFi. I mean, how do you know there's two different ones? I don't know, because
I just know this because I'm part of the Crow system, and I didn't know there's an argument about this.
Okay, well that's fine.
Talk about rebranding.
Right. Well, that's fine. My whole point is that this USD1 is likely to be the next stablecoin that's coming to Cardano, which is pretty big because it's quite big in the Solana and now the WLFi space. So
I hope it's the Crow coin. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So and then
not you. You're right. John didn't bless us today. It's funny because Pepe did. They seem to miss each other a lot lately.
Right.
I'm gonna tell John that Pepe talked a lot of smack about him.
Other than that, we have 50% of all midnight airdrop claims came from outside of the ecosystem, in turn growing Cardano. And you know what? We didn't play this clip yesterday, so let me just, if you don't mind turning the music down.
Yeah. Shout out to 435, guys. 435. Thank you, 435, for being a subscriber. Number one way you can support the channel is doing what you did today. So bless you and your household.
Yes, sir. And here we go.
Exchanges, the most likely. And of course, we already read out the numbers. That huge airdrop, half were ADA, but the other half was non-ADA. So all those people had to come into Cardano and become a Cardano user to do that.
So there you go. 50% of all the midnight airdrop claims came from outside of the ecosystem. 50% has been claimed. The largest amount has been claimed by ADA holders. This is the largest shaping up to be the largest airdrop in crypto history. 50% so far has gone to ADA holders, and the other 50% involves 7 other blockchains between Bitcoin, XRP, Solana, Basic Attention Token, Avalanche, so on and so forth, that are having to come over to and create new Cardano wallets in order to claim their midnight airdrop. And finally, last thing I have is, when's the last day to claim midnight? Still have not done it. It is the final day. I am not sure, but it is in October, so you still have some time. Yeah, hit me up in Discord if you're not sure about where to go, because it's going to depend on what wallet you hold on and a few different things. So
I think it's funny, Chad, that you paused, right, where Charles is like smiling with his eyes shut. And then I also think it's funny because I didn't notice in the background that Charles has some human mannequin with the glowy lights in the background. Because I've always noticed the glowy lights, so I didn't realize he was hiding the mannequin's genitalia area with the glowy lights. It always distracted me from mannequin. And then, does Charles usually wear a hat?
No.
Are you sure? Because I feel like his head looks different.
No. And then the last thing I have for the spotlight is I pasted right here in the chat the interview that we did with Big Pay at Revo. So if you're new to the channel, check out that video.
And for our Halloween, we're going to dress up as our favorite influencers, and Trent is going to do the Charles Hoskinson vibe. Dude, he can do it. Just get a little bit of dye in his little beard. Trent, you'll be the perfect Charles, man. I'm telling you right now. You got this.
Yeah. Well, you want to wrap us up?
Yeah. I can wrap us up. Hey, let's wrap up, guys, because it's the favorite time. It's my time. It's the wrapping time. Hey. Guys, thank you. Thank you for showing up today. That's just how we're going to do it. You know, we're here for the community. The community is here for us. We enjoy hanging out with you guys, chatting, charting, talking about crypto in the space. It's how me and Trent met. I talked his ears off, and then he looked at me and goes, my turn. And then he talked to me until my ears fell off. And I said, dude, let's do this again. He's like, yeah, but he's like, you want to come to California? I was like, hell no. Hell to the hell no. They're like, where do you live? I live in Whateverville. And I'm like, dude, Whateverville is the middle of nowhere. And like, are you near the ocean? He's like, no. He's like, we got rocks. And I'm like, well, no, you can come up here. But anyways, guys, we love talking to you. We appreciate every single one of you guys. We're here for the community. Me and Trent will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Yes. I'll be. We have a new morning show running. I'll be here around roughly 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, and then we have our 7:30 afternoon show, and we'll be back later.
Peace.